ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at 7.4, solving linear systems by multiplying first. We're going to do the elimination method, okay? But some of them don't eliminate very easily, but we're going to start with some of the ones that we're used to. Okay, we're going to look at 4x minus 3y equals 20, and x plus 3y equals negative 5. Which one is going to eliminate, and how do you know?
3y.
Because it's a positive and a negative, and they have the same number in front. So I just add straight down. I get 15 equals negative 3y plus 3y cancels. 4x plus x gives me 5x. I divide by 5. And what does x equal? 3. It does equal 3. Thank you. All right, now we're going to plug that back in to find y. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to do the second one. 3 plus 3y equals negative 5. Subtract 3 from both sides. We get 3y equals negative 8. We divide by 3. And we get y equals negative 8/3. Everybody feel pretty confident about that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to try B on your own. I want you to try part B on your own. All right, we're looking at B, and we did negative 2x plus 2y equals negative 2. And then we did 2x minus y equals 4. And you add it straight down, right? What's negative 2 plus 4? If you're not writing this down, it is an issue. 2 plus negative 1 is 1y, right? And these cancel. Y equals 2. Now we're going to plug it back in. Please don't talk while I'm talking. We get 2x minus 2 equals 4. We add 2 to both sides. 2x equals 6. Divide by 2. X equals 3. Any questions?
I did
Yes, I need help.
Where did you get stuck? Because when I left, you had y equals 2.
Yes.
Then you take that answer and you plug it back into either equations for y.
And it's 1, right? It equals 1, then I did.
No, it equals 2. 2 divided by 1 is 2. No, I did not. I said it 3 times. I said 2 divided by 1 is 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on then. We're going to look at example 2. You will get the same answer because you plug 2 in. 2 times 2 is 4. Right? You get negative 6, negative 2. I forgot to bring down negative 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at example 2.
It's the same thing.
We've got.
Example 1.
You gotta change the
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do B. No, example 1 and example 2 are not the same.
Yes,
We've got 4x plus 3y equals 20, and x plus 3y equals negative 5. Tyler, I heard you start to tell me how to do this problem. Yep, you've got to subtract everything. So you've got to change everything to. Yep, you've got to change everything. Okay? Yes.
A in example 1, A in example 2 is the same.
No, it's not. Look at it again. All right, we're going to add straight down. 20 plus 5 is 25. The y's cancel. 4 plus negative 1 is 3x. We divide by 3. X goes into 25 6 times with 1/3 left over. Now we're going to take that and plug it into either equation. I'm going to do the second one. Doesn't matter which one you do.
I thought you said we ain't going to get no half or something.
No, I never said that. 6 and 1/3 plus 3y equals negative 5. You will often get fractions.
Is this negative 1?
So I'm going to subtract 6 and 1/3 from both sides. Let's try raising our hands, ladies and gentlemen, if we want to talk. So 3y equals negative 11 and 1/3. And then I divide it by 3. So y equals, this is when I get out my calculator, which there aren't anymore. Borrow yours. So we get negative 11 and 1/3, which is 0.3 repeating, divided by 3 gives us negative 3 and 2/3. Do you have a question, Tyler?
Did we change the negative 5 to a positive 5?
We did. And then 20 plus 5 is 25.
After we put it into the second equation, will we keep it as a positive 5?
No. I put it in the original equation before I changed it. All right, let's look at part B.
Hold on.
Let's look at part B. If you have questions when I'm done, I will happily ask them again, but we're moving on. Please don't yell out things. We're raising our hands if we need to talk, but I am moving on to the next one.
I have a question about
We
that.
are moving on to the next one.
I have a question about that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for part B, can we just add or subtract? No. The numbers in front of the x's and the numbers in the front of the y's are different. Do you guys see that? It doesn't matter if we change it to negative or positive, it's still not going to work. So this is what we're going to do. What would I have to add to 2y to get 0? Negative 2. So I'm going to times this whole thing by 2. And I get 4x minus 2y equals 8. And then I'm going to bring the top one and put it right under it. Everybody see that? I multiplied the second one by 2. You cannot solve it otherwise. Nope. All right, now I'm just going to add straight down, right? Because the y's will cancel. 8 plus negative 2 is 6. The 2y's cancel. 4 plus negative 1 is 3x. Divide both sides by 3, and x equals 2. Now I'm going to put it back in the original problem. I'm going to put it into the I'm going to put it into the very top one. Yep, the negative x. So I'm going to go negative 2 plus 2y equals negative 2. So I get negative 2 plus 2y equals negative 2. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Yep, 2y equals 0. Divide by 2, and what do I get for y? Y equals 0. Okay, before I move on, is there any questions about part B? Any questions about part B? Yes, Kate?
How do you tell when you need to multiply?
When I need to multiply it with something? Oh, so, Katie, if we look at the original problem, if I add negative x to 2x, does the x go away? If I add 2y to negative y, does the y go away? Okay, so I know I've got to multiply it by something. And then I think to myself, what could I add to it that would get rid of it? So I decided you could have picked x, but I looked at y and I said, I want to get rid of y. So what can I multiply the bottom one by to when I add it to the first one, they go away. And that's why I multiplied it by 2, because negative 2 plus 2 gives me 0. Martel? If the signs are different, you add straight down. If the signs are the same, if they're both positive or they're both negative, you're going to have to subtract. Okay, let's move on to example 3. We've got negative 7x plus 4y equals 12. And we've got 5x minus 2y equals negative 6. So, Katie, can I add these straight down and get rid of a letter? No. Okay? It won't work. So I'm going to look at it. Well, 7 and 5, I can't really multiply one of those to get the other, so I don't want to do those. So now I'm going to look at the y's. What could I multiply one of the y's by?
Negative
Not negative
2.
2.
Positive 2.
Positive 2.
Oh, yeah.
Because you want that one to stay negative, right, so that they cancel? So I'm going to multiply it by 2. And I'm going to get 10x minus 4y, that's the one I want because I want it to cancel, equals negative 12.
Why can't
Yes, ma'am.
you do a negative 4? Why? Why do you have to do a positive 2?
Why do I have to multiply by 2? Because 2 times negative 2 gives me negative 4. If I multiplied it by -4, I would get -8, which wouldn't help me. Does that make sense? Okay, now I'm going to add them straight down. 12 plus -12 is 0. The 4y's cancel. -7x plus 10 gives me 3x. Divide both sides by 3. Good. X equals 0. You guys need to show all of your steps. So I'm going to plug this back into the original problem. I didn't change the top one, so let's put it in the top one. What is -7 times 0? 0. So I get 4y equals 12. I divide both sides by 4. Y equals 3. Okay? Sometimes on your tests or quizzes, you might see a little box in the corner that looks like this. What would you put there?
You'll put
0.
0 and 3. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you try B on your own for a second. The only thing I want you to do with B, you don't have to solve it all the way. Can you figure out what number you have to multiply by to get it to cancel, and which equation you would do the multiply? The top one or the bottom one?
Hold
All
on.
right, we're going to look at the top one.
I was looking at
We've
that.
got -4x plus y equals -15. And we've got 6x plus 3y equals -9. So we're looking at this and we're saying, okay, I need to either multiply something to get rid of x or y. If I add straight down, the x's won't go away. If I add straight down, the y's won't go away. If I subtract, they won't go away either. All right, there's nothing I can multiply 4 by to give me 6, right? Is there anything I can multiply y by to give me -3?
Nope.
Yes, -3. So I get -12x minus 3y equals -45. Oops, positive 45. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can simply add straight down. 45 minus 9 equals a positive 36. The y's cancel. -12 plus 6 gives me -6x. And then I do what? Divide by -6, and x equals -6. Yes?
How is the 12 negative? Isn't it positive because it's -3 times -4?
So it should be, oh, you're right. Did everybody catch what Alexa caught?
I didn't hear what she said.
She said, isn't -3 times -4 a positive 12? It is, isn't it? So that changes my answer. Let's try that again. Good catch, Alexa.
Are you about to say something?
45, please don't talk when I'm talking. Shh. 45 plus -9 equals positive 36. The 3y's cancel, but 12 plus 6 gives me 18. I divide both sides by 18, and what does x equal? 2. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it into the original problem. -4 times 2 plus y equals -15. -4 times 2 is -8, plus y equals -15. I'm going to add 8 to both sides, and y equals -7. Okay, so some of you are still getting lost about which one you want to multiply and why. Just think about it. When you're looking at the equations, decide which one could I eliminate, x or y? And could I multiply it by something to get rid of it? In this case, it was pretty easy because we know 4 and 6, there's nothing we can multiply them by to get each other. 1y and 3, well, that's pretty easy. I can multiply 1 times -3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you should be getting out your what right